Good morning, welcome to my channel. My name is Jo and today we're going to do some Heartbreak Ask questions. What I'm going to do, I'm going to shuffle the cards and then whatever comes out we're going to read. I will also do some love answers questions because which are all based, oops, sorry about that. The camera's shaking a bit. Okay, some love answers cards which are all based around nature. So they're fire, earth, air and water, but it'll all become quite self-explanatory as I go through. And you can also always check out the other videos which you'll be able to see how it kind of works. Okay, sorry about the camera shake this morning. Okay, this one's one of my favourites. Heartbreak Asks, I miss them. Now, this is one of the things that whatever heartbreak we're going through is one of the feelings that we feel more or less majority of the time when we go through something like that. So, and also it happens with time afterwards, because you have moments where something will remind you of someone and then you'll get that aching pain of missing them. So when someone passes on, you know, this is a natural process. And I think what we tend to do is we tend to try to stop missing them. We kind of don't want to feel that. But the way I look at it is, what an amazing thing that you absolutely have that capacity and that ability to love someone and care about someone on that level. And imagine if you took all of that love that you have there and channeled it into your life's purpose, which, you know, for you on your life path is the way to accelerate your healing process. And I think, you know, whether it's someone passes on, that's kind of the one that you can use the energy of that person who's passed on to channel it into what you're doing to accelerate it. Because, you know, take the love you feel for them, take the feelings of the missing them and channel it into whatever you want to create going forwards. It's a very powerful source and it will accelerate things, and it will turn the I miss them into I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that my life was blessed by them. When someone's actually left, maybe through relationship breakdown, or it could be a parent leaving through divorce, or a pet. A pet's kind of a bit similar to the passing on, but you know, whether it's heartbreak from someone leaving or whether a parent's left, the way I would look at this one, or the way I look at it, is it's kind of like when we go through life, we're all at different stages at different times. And when someone leaves unexpectedly, whether they've changed their mind about a relationship or whether the relationship's come to an end and it's parents, you know, it's never black and white. There's so many levels of emotion and complexities that are involved in that. And, you know, if I look back on my life and think, okay, I did that at that point in my life, and I think, was that the right thing to do? Well, possibly not the right thing to do for the other person, but for myself at the time, I believed it was the right thing to do based on my state of mind at that time. And I think when we go, and then looking at it now, I think, was it probably the right thing to do? Well, probably not. So it's all based on your state of mind and your understanding of yourself at the time that you make those decisions. So the way I tend to look at it is, people are learning the same as we're learning. People are growing, people are evolving. And 90% of the time when people make a decision that causes you heartbreak or hurt, what will happen with time, they will look at it and realize that maybe they didn't deal with it in the best way possible. And then, you know, but we have to live with those decisions. So I think it's about really finding out who you are, how you function, understand how you function, understand your own emotions, so that you don't go through life doing things from a place of misunderstanding. And then when you do that, you understand yourself better, but you also understand others better. And that leads to much more harmonious relationships. And, you know, I think I miss them is such a amazing thing. I mean, it's not nice. I mean, it's horrible feelings, but it's mixed feelings, because you go through feeling the hurt and the aching, but then you also go through the thankfulness and the gratefulness and the blessing. And I think I would always try to think of the good of them and the good moments that you shared with that person, or and the good feelings that they created. And even if it's in a situation where it's negative, there is always one thing that was good. But just use that emotion to drive you forwards and channel into focusing on yourself, understanding yourself, and to accelerate your healing process. But I miss them's a good one. It's one of the things that I'm very grateful for in my life, because when I think of people who've passed on, and I do miss them, but I miss all the great things about them, because as human beings, we always remember the good and we tend to try to cut out the bad. So you tend to naturally remember the good about someone. And it doesn't mean you dismiss the bad and ignore it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, for your healing process, enhance the good. And it will help accelerate that healing journey. Okay, so now I'm going to do some love answers. And these cards I've meditated on, and they're all based around nature and photographs that I've taken in nature, which are fire, earth, air and water. And again, I'm just going to go with what comes out. It's funny because sometimes just one card comes. Okay, so this one is air. And I love this photograph because what it shows there's two routes to the healing process, and there's two routes to changing the way you see something. And for example, I miss them. What I get from this photograph, I relate it to this photograph, because nature is our teacher. It teaches us everything if we just choose to look and choose to see. So here we have the clouds, and here we have a straight line. And in the missing them, this is the feelings. This is, I miss them, and these are all the warm feelings that that person created. And from those warm feelings, I'm going to take action with one aim, without halt, to the finish line. So I'm going to use all of this warmth and all of this energy, and I'm going to accelerate and move myself forward in life. And air always relates to breath, because breath is life. And when we move forwards in that energy, not only do we create something amazing, just the thought of actually turning that into focused action, that's a healing thought. You know, all our thoughts affect our emotions and affect our physical and our mental. But when we put positive thought, it changes our perception. And from that place, we can take action. When we take action, the stagnancy goes, and we can start moving forwards on our life path. And when I say all of this, I'm not saying it flippantly or saying it's easy, because I absolutely 100% understand what it's like when you go through heartbreak. You know, I understand that feeling. And when people say to you, it will get better, and you think, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to feel better. You think, I never, ever want to feel better. Because there's a point when we go through heartbreak that we don't want to come out of that, because we think if we stay in that, it keeps us closer to the person that we've been heartbroken from or that we've lost. But you will come out of it, and you will not feel better. You'll feel a million times better, because you will evolve and grow on your journey, and your mind will help you to do that. Your emotions will help you to do that. and you have the power to create the change. We all do. It's just we don't really know how to flip the coin. And that's what I'm hoping to share with you on this channel, is just my tips, tools, techniques on basically what I share with people based on my own journey. So, you know, just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And if something does resonate, you know, really take time to think about it and use the tips and techniques that I use. And I will be doing workshops on emotions. So I'll be doing workshops on different emotions that you go through in the healing process to help you to kind of accelerate that. Okay, so that's it for today. I'm trying to keep the videos short because I know when I go on YouTube, I like to watch 10 minutes in the morning on the ones that I love. I watch them in the morning before my day, and then I get on with my day. And I don't like to do ones that are too long, just because that's my preference. Okay, so have an amazing day. Stay strong, stay focused, stay happy. And remember, where there is love, there is light. And always light a candle whenever you're kind of in that moment of contemplation, reflection, thinking, action, because light brings life. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.